The Yankees' annual Old Timers Day is usually one of the most cherished traditions in baseball. Legends from across generations return to Yankee Stadium, don the iconic pinstripes once again, share stories of their glory days, and soak up the lasting admiration from the Yankees faithful. But this year's celebration had a noticeable absence, and that absence spoke volumes. Hey guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day today. If you love the Yankees but you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe, especially if you want to be kept up to date with the latest New York Yankees news, or just for plain old New York Yankees discussion. Aaron Boone, the current Yankees manager, was expected to be part of the festivities. His name was on the list of former players scheduled to appear before the pre-game ceremony, but when the moment came, Boone was nowhere to be seen. Officially, the explanation was that pre-game meetings kept him from attending, but the same event has taken place on game days in previous years without keeping him away. For some, the more believable reason was that Boone wanted to avoid a potentially harsh reception from fans frustrated with the team's recent struggles. His absence didn't keep him out of conversations that day. Far from it. In fact, Boone became one of the main topics of discussion, either directly or as part of broader concerns about the current Yankees roster, which has been underperforming for more than a month. The criticism wasn't just coming from fans. Some former Yankees greats also weighed in. One of the most striking moments came when Greg Nettles, the legendary third baseman from the Yankees' 1970s championship teams, was asked about today's squad and Boone's leadership. Nettles didn't mince words, suggesting that a former manager like Billy Martin wouldn't have handled things the way Boone has. He implied that Boone might be too soft on his players, even though Nettles admitted he doesn't know the current roster personally. His comments highlighted a belief shared by many that Boone's approach is too lenient for a team in a slump. But the criticism didn't stop there. This year's Old Timers Day also marked the 25th anniversary of the 2000 championship team. Several members of that squad were present. These were players who not only experienced Yankees' greatness, but also shared the field with Boone during his 2003 stint as a player in pinstripes. Their words carried extra weight because of their personal connection to him. Joe Torre, Boone's former manager in 2003 and a Hall of Famer, offered the most diplomatic response when asked about Boone's leadership. Torre echoed Boone's own press conference tone, saying there was still plenty of baseball left to play and expressing faith in his former players' ability to turn things around. But even in Torre's measured tone, there was an undertone, the sense that time is running out for Boone to deliver results. Jorge Posada, Boone's teammate in 2003, and one of the fiercest competitors the Yankees have ever had, initially defended him, pointing out that it's not Boone's fault when players fail to reach their potential. But in a separate interview with SNY, Posada revealed deeper concerns about the team's mentality under Boone's leadership. He said this Yankees squad needs to get a little angry and carry a chip on their shoulder, warning that you can't just be friends with everyone if you want to win at the highest level. Fans, what do you think? Is Boone's softer, player-friendly approach the reason the Yankees are struggling right now? Or is he simply dealing with a roster that hasn't been performing? The fact that so many Yankees legends, even those who know and respect Boone personally, hinted at dissatisfaction says a lot. For a franchise built on intensity, accountability, and a no-excuses culture, the current mood feels different, and not in a good way. Boone has often spoken about trusting his players to work through slumps and sticking to his process. But when the people who once wore the pinstripes start publicly questioning whether that's enough, it's a sign that the pressure is mounting. Boone's decision to skip Old Timers Day, whether for strategic reasons or to avoid a chorus of boos, will likely linger as a symbol of the growing divide between him and the fan base. And while his supporters point to his steady demeanor and ability to protect his players from public criticism, his detractors argue that such loyalty may be hurting the team in the long run. This isn't the first time Boone's leadership style has been scrutinized, and it probably won't be the last. The Yankees' recent slump, combined with visible frustration from both fans and former players, has turned up the heat. Now faces the challenge of not only getting his team back on track, but also winning back the confidence of those who once played alongside him and the millions who cheer from the stands. So I want to hear from you again. Do you believe Boone still has what it takes to lead the Yankees? Or has the time come for a change in the dugout? One thing is clear: when Yankees legends speak, people listen. And when those legends start hinting that the current leadership isn't living up to the franchise's legacy, it's impossible to ignore. Boone may still have time to rewrite the story of the 2025 season, but the clock is ticking. The voices calling for change are growing louder.
Motion Energy is a product that can quickly eliminate arthritis and osteochondrosis pain. It eliminates muscle spasm and inflammation. Motion Energy is also effective in the treatment of osteochondrosis and osteoarthritis because it slows the process of degeneration of cartilage tissue and improves its metabolism, promoting the regeneration of articular cartilage. The positive effect can be seen after the first application. If used regularly, joint and spinal diseases stop their progression. I left the link of the official website below in the description of this video, and I fixed in the comments.
Subscribe to the channel to receive the latest news from the Yankees. We're on the way to 5,000 subscribers, so help us get there. I'll be back soon with more updates from the Yankees.